Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the English news, a Bình Phước radio television station and newspaper. I'm Hình with the latest news for today. Bình Phước active in international economic integration. Farmer support funds offer leverage for members' economic development. Draft law on defense, security, and industry mobilization discussed. Luxury cruise vessel bring nearly 4,500 visitors to Vietnam. Ladies and gentlemen, enhancing dialogue with local businesses and foreign direct investment enterprises in the province to promptly address difficulties or challenges and create favorable conditions for project implementations is among the tasks of the Provincial Economic Integration Committee in 2024.
Bình Phước Province will continue to create a favorable investment environment for both domestic and foreign investors in 2024 to actively boost investment and attract large-scale and high-tech FDI projects. The Provincial Committee for Economic Integration, together with departments, sectors, provincial-level organizations, and people's committees of districts, towns, and cities, will continue to implement plans and relevant directives on international economic integration. They will actively integrate into the international economy in a multilateral manner, combining bilateral integration and sub-regional and regional integration, as well as various sectors of the economy. Friendly relations will be strengthened, while businesses will be supported in participating broadly in trade activities and regional and global forums, contributing to enhancing Bình Phước position regionally and internationally. Businesses will be provided with information to fulfill the commitments related to international economic integration, trade barriers, and import regulations. Measures will be adopted to actively enhance the competitiveness of businesses, establishing a transparent, equitable, and healthy competitive business environment.
The Farmer Support Funds is among the crucial resources assisting cooperative members in developing production and increasing incomes. In recent time, farmer associations in Bình Phước Province have established funds with hundreds of billions of Vietnam dollars that assist thousands of members in expanding production.
Farmers' associations at various levels in the province mobilized and developed the Farmer Support Fund last year with over 9.7 billion Vietnam dong, including 8.1 billion Vietnam dong from the budget and over 1.6 billion Vietnam dong from other sources. As a result, total capital in the fund stood at nearly 103.8 billion Vietnam dong, which was disbursed to 891 projects and benefited 1,760 borrowing households. Associations at all levels also collaborated with the Social Policy Bank to implement entrusted programs through 562 savings and credit groups, supporting 25,433 borrowing members with total credit of over 1 trillion Vietnam dong. Funds are being used efficiently, enabling them to expand production, increase incomes, stabilize lives, and strive for prosperity.
The Border Guard Force Command in Bình Phước Province recently held a cultural and sport weeks to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the People Border Wars Day and the 65th anniversary of the traditional days of Border Guard Force.
Activities took place over 2 days on February 21st and 22nd, with participating units competing in 3 events: volleyball, mini football, and tennis. The event created a lively competitive atmosphere to celebrate the twin anniversaries and provided an opportunity for officers and soldiers in the Provincial Border Guard Force and officials, as well as employees in other units, to meet, exchange experience, train physically, and improve their health.
Ladies and gentlemen, National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ on February the 21st chaired a meeting on discussions about building and perfecting the draft law on national defense, security, and industrial mobilization.
The bill was tabled for examination at the 6th session of the 15th National Assembly. After the session, the National Assembly Standing Committee assigned the Standing Board of the National Assembly Committee for Defense and Security to gather ideas and make adjustments to the draft. Addressing the meeting, Chairman Wei said, the bill will be discussed at the next meeting of the National Assembly Standing Committee, before being submitted to the National Assembly for approval at the 7th National Assembly session in May. Highlighting the significance of the bill, the top legislator stressed the need to make best preparations before sending it to the National Assembly Standing Committee and the National Assembly. According to the Committee for Defense and Security, the bill has 7 chapters and 86 articles.
The opening ceremony of the Chúc Temple Festival was held in the northern province of Hà Nam on February the 21st, which fall on the 12 days of the first lunar month. Vice President Võ Thị Ánh Xuân attended the event.
With the theme Chúc Pagoda, Heritage Connection, the ceremony was held under the chair of Most Venerable Thích Thanh Nhiễu, Permanent Vice Chairman of the Executive Council of the Vietnam Buddhist Center. The event featured many activities, including the ritual of offering incense to pray for a peaceful year with good weather and abundant crops for the nation and people. Visitors to the Chúc Spring Festival, the 6th edition of its kind, have the opportunity to experience and enjoy a house of special events, folk games, and art performances. They can also visit antique booths and traditional craft village products. At the ceremony, Vice President Võ Thị Ánh Xuân presented the certification of Local Travel Awards 2023 to Hà Nam Province, one of the world's leading local culture destinations last year.
Vietnam exports-imports turnover reached $1.4 billion during the Lunar New Year or Tet holiday, which lasted from February the 8th to the 14th.
According to the General Department of Vietnam Customs, over 1,000 businesses nationwide engaged in import and export activities during the 7-day period. Meanwhile, nearly 10,000 customs declarations were processed in the reviewed period. During the holiday, Vietnam earned $730 million from exports, while spending $680 million on imports. The commodity group of phones and components was the largest earner with more than $280 million, making up nearly 40% of the total export value during Tet. It was followed by electronic products and components and machinery and equipment, accounting for 36% and 7.5%, respectively. The department said the import-export value of the country totaled nearly $83 billion from January 1 to February 14, up 17% compared to the same period last year. Of the figure, export revenues hit nearly $44 billion, while imports were valued at roughly $39 billion, resulting in a trade surplus of over $5.1 billion.
Spectrum of the Seas, one of the world's top 10 most luxurious cruise vessels, docked at Tân Cảng Cái Mép Port in the southern province of Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu on February the 20th, with nearly 4,500 international visitors on board.
During its visit to Vietnam, the foreign guests were taken to several of the most popular tourist attractions in Vũng Tàu City, including Hộ Pháp Pagoda, Hoa Long Market, Long Biên Ancient House, and Cao Đài Temple. Visitors also took tours to Ho Chi Minh City and Mỹ Tho City in the southern province of Tiền Giang. This marks the second time the Spectrum of the Seas has visited the province. It's the most modern super yacht in the quantum class of Royal Caribbean International, stretching 347 meters long and nearly 63 meters high. It was originally built in Germany and launched in April 2019. The super yacht features more than 2,000 cabins, capable of serving more than 5,600 passengers, and is widely considered to be the largest such vessel in Asia.
That were 10 minutes of BPTV News. To watch this news again, you can download BPTV Go or visit our website and YouTube channel. Thank you for watching and see you next time.